When a lean patient advocacy team is unfortunately stretched thin, patients can feel those gaps. At ARCO, we're able to come alongside of you and ensure that you can get the work done without getting burned out. You might be sitting there thinking, Matt, you guys probably only work with big pharma. What could you possibly be able to offer us at a small pharma or biotech company? Better yet, even a small med device organization. Well, I can tell you this. Over the last 10 years, we've worked with dozens of both large, medium, and small organizations. Currently, we have about 6 small organizations on our roster that we're working with on a monthly basis. You see, we're not just consultants. We're folks who have done the job. We're individuals who are constantly in the community. Yesterday, I was at a conference on leadership and helping folks develop their leadership skills. Well, today I'm sitting in a hotel room coming to you from the Health HIV Conference, an organization devoted to HIV and AIDS, as I sit on the Plus Inc. board, helping Brandon Maxata, also the head of ADAP Advocacy, to bring the issues of the HIV AIDS community to the forefront. We interact with organizations large and small on the advocacy side, just as we do with those large and small on the industry side. So what does it look like? How do we come alongside of organizations that might be smaller? Yes, we have our Elevate benchmarking report, our staple syndicated market research that we bring on an annual basis that allows us to go out and benchmark the industry through the lens of your customers, patient advocates, professional societies, and community-based organizations. But if you're one of those small or really small, maybe a rare disease only focused organization, perhaps the research isn't right for you. I'm not going to sit here and try to sell you a report that your organization may only come up one time in. That's not my goal. My goal is to advocate for advocacy. And the way that we've done that in the past, well, there's a few. First and foremost, we have to help you understand your landscape. What we call an advoscape, or a typical landscape analysis, we do it a little bit differently. We want to understand who's out there, what's the perception, what are their capabilities. For example, when it comes to capabilities, what's their social media reach? What's their presence? Where can they be found? What types of programs are they putting out digitally to their patient community that might be of use as we try to broaden awareness and education of different diseases? But not just that. We can't just end there. We have to understand, do they have policy reach? Do they have a scientific advisory board or a medical advisory board? Are they doing anything with their data? Do they have a public registry? Do they have any sort of registry? And for how long? How many patients make that up? We have to understand the ins and the outs of the organizations that are out there so that when we come back to you with our recommendations, we're not coming to you with just, hey, here's all the organizations. We're coming to you with true actionable intelligence of not just who to work with, but better yet, if you're working for a small biotech, pharma, or med device organization, who should you stay away from? Who are those organizations that unfortunately, the money that it would take to interact with them, the juice just isn't worth the squeeze. That's paramount when you're a smaller organization. And then secondarily, as I said, if you're looking to grow, if you're looking to have bigger impact, well, we do have to have benchmarking metrics. We have to be able to take something to your senior level leadership that helps them to understand the true value of patient advocacy. Because you see, as we always hear in the industry, if you've been in patient advocacy, there's no slides that are necessary to tell you its impact. Unfortunately, if you haven't been in patient advocacy, no amount of slides can ever tell you the true impact. But so how do we go about getting those benchmarks? Quite simply, a custom double-blinded market research report. We work with you to identify who your key customers are in patient advocacy, community-based organizations, and professional societies. Who are you trying to get out and reach and have interactions and relationships with to help that patient community? But then who do you compare yourselves to? Who are those organizations, big, medium, small, that you compare yourself to within the disease states that you're playing in? That allows us, in a double-blinded fashion, meaning we are going to go to those folks that you work with, and we're going to gather those insights without them knowing who's funding the study. This way, you're getting the truth, not a halo effect that gets passed in on an internal study where they know you're backing it and they're not going to badmouth you because, let's face it, they know where their money's coming from. We're going to go about it and ensure that you get the truth. Better yet, your senior leadership gets the truth. And then we take that data in and we formulate the story of where you've been, where you're at right now, and where the organization could go. Better yet, we partner that with our BioAdvocate benchmark, the industry's only evaluation of the advocacy function on its size, budget, alignment within the organization. What good looks like? Well, we know that out of the benchmarking that we do from our Elevate study. But what the right size, budget, and tenure of your team members should be, that comes from our BioAdvocate benchmark. And then we come alongside of you for about a year, adding 2 team members to a team that already feels stretched thin to help you execute. We help provide strategic guidance, but not just high-level stuff. We help you translate that strategy with that advocate into a true tactical action plan so you can take that measurement of your current level of impact and translate that into a strategy for success, but then know exactly what you're going to do to take action and achieve the goals that you want. And as I said, with 2 new team members, we're going to dive in and help you create the senior levels of leadership decks that you need and help you present them. Because you see, as exterior employees or external employees, folks that are not part of your organization, there's a lot of things that your compliance team won't let you say, but I can say them. Those elements around how do you help the organization save money? How do you help the commercial team prepare the market for product launch? And what does the potential commercial impact look like if you do or don't do advocacy the right way? I didn't go through breaking my neck in 18 years of opiates just to try to push down the little guys. I'm here to lift you up. I'm here to expand your capabilities, expand your visibility, and ensure that you are seen by your own organization. So if you're ready to get to work, reach out to us at Arco Advocacy. Via email, check out elevate@arco.io.